Well, hello from Central Maine, sending you well wishes all the way from across the country today, and hoping that this message finds you truly happy and well. My name is Tammy Davis. I am the Child Development and Disabilities Manager for KVCAP's Child and Family Services program here in Maine. Specifically, some of where I work is at Educare Central Maine, and that name may sound more familiar to you. So within our program, we have been lucky enough to receive grant funding for the past 6 years that has had an incredible impact in the way that we've been able to outreach and support not only children and their families, but our staff and community as well. And all of that is really only been possible with the generosity of you folks at CLARE. So we wanted to say a giant thank you, and to be able to provide a little capture of some of the amazing impact that you have had. And we want you to know that none of this would have been possible without your support. So as we roll into year 7 in October for our grant, we remain truly grateful and happy that we get to do the work of supporting children and families and staff with their social and emotional well-being, and as far as our kiddos, their readiness to enter the world as citizens who care and can solve problems and utilize conflict resolution strategies and just become good members of society as they enter into their public school part of their life, and for families to be able to advocate as well. So we'll take you on a little journey about what that's looked like for us here, and hope that it reinforces for you that you may not be able to see us because we're far away, but there are people who are appreciative consistently for what you have provided for us. So thank you and enjoy. So firstly, let's chat a little bit about staff impact. So at KVCAP Educare Central Maine, we truly believe that staff deserve to receive the same type of support that we're asking of them to give to others. So we try to work diligently to keep a pulse on how staff are doing mental health-wise, work-life balance, and anything that may be motivating to them and encourages them to love their work and provide high-quality care to children. So that takes things like surveys and really interpersonal connections to keep a gauge on where staff are and how we as leaders are supporting them. So one of the ways that the grant funding that we've received has helped is we've allocated dollars from that to specific intentionally planned times for staff to get together, to maybe enjoy some food, have some fun and laughter, and just rejuvenate. Also opportunities to talk about the work that they do, and to share that even though it can be hard sometimes, we have a team of people who care about each other and are ready to support one another in the work. We hope always, of course, that is then something that trickles down to the families and the children and other people's around them, including their colleagues and their teams. So the following will show a few examples of what that has looked like in our practice as far as when we've done certain activities to promote staff well-being and wellness.
Can you tell me how conscious discipline has impacted staff well-being?
I think, especially given the fact that conscious discipline is really the adult-first model, I think that our staff here embracing that and really being conscious of their interactions with children and families and with each other has been such an asset to our program. And I think even coming down from our leadership team of really truly modeling a culture of caretaking where we're fostering and supporting one another in our work and ensuring that the people who are doing the direct service with children and families, our teachers, our center aides, our teacher assistants, are really taken care of in a mindfulness approach, really allows them to holistically embed the conscious discipline curriculum to really gain positive outcomes for children's social emotional well-being.
Can you share about the impact conscious discipline has had on the classroom?
Conscious discipline has had an amazing impact in my classroom. I work with a lot of children from low-income housing and children with some background stuff, and when they come into the classroom, they learn the conscious discipline. They're learning how to regulate themselves. So they start off the year a lot of the times by having a hard time processing the day, working into a new routine, and then as we add conscious discipline into the routine, they're learning how to self-regulate and calm, take those deep breaths. And from what I'm seeing when they go to preschool, they have such more successful days.
Over the past few years, we've been able to use the conscious discipline parent curriculum to share all of the skills and the strategies children are learning in the classroom for families to be able to implement at home. This has given families a skill set that they've been asking for many years. We've also been given the opportunity to provide each family enrolled in our KVCAP program with a calm down bag. This is something that conscious discipline uses to be able to give families and children the skills to help calm themselves down. We were able to provide over 500 bags to all enrolled families in KVCAP. We also were able to provide education nights for our families. These nights were started off over Zoom, and we were able to provide snacks and meals to all families who signed up and participated. We were able to provide giveaways and activities for children to do at home while their families joined via Zoom.
So next, let's take a peek at the impact and outreach that from a community lens. So at KVCAP at Educare Central Maine, we certainly operate from and with a collaborative spirit. The nature of our work is built on trust and mutual desired outcomes for families and children. So I can clearly state that the grant funding has absolutely supported us and enabled us to strengthen our existing collaborative partnerships and deepen them, and we've also built some new ones. So I think a great example of this, if you see in the examples of the collaborative partners, you'll see the Maine Department of Health and Human Services Case Management Services. That is our child protective unit that is often called in when children are in unsafe situations. So we actually had people from their department reach out to us, and they had overheard a family using the language of conscious discipline and the language that we use here at school to teach children how to regulate, and they were like, we want to know more about that. So that's a huge win for us to be able to impact such a large agency and really supporting that work of children who have been through some traumatic experiences. That's very important to us in the community lens. So as you can see, there are lots of examples of community partners who received some services or supports, and then the collaborative efforts that are listed below, you'll see some of what those offerings were, and that's just for you to have as reference. So next, you will get to see what this looks like in practice with a lovely video slide and some more data that will support this work.
Here is a short video to highlight our first ever Conscious Discipline Carnival. We were able to partner with agency programs to provide over 200 families with activities, learning materials, education, as well as food, but best of all, good vibes. The best part of the work we get to do is seeing the outcome. Take this moment to watch a toddler wishing well to an infant, as well as 2 preschoolers making their daily commitment as a safekeeper.
Well, we wish you well. All through the day today, we wish you well. Promise, keep safe, keep others safe, and have fun.
We have been truly fortunate here at Educare Central Maine with KVCAP to have had your continued support to be able to work with and provide these resources to our community, preparing ourselves, children, and families alike for the days ahead by overcoming the past. My name is Amanda Jandro, and I am a preschool teacher here at Educare, as well as KVCAP's Conscious Discipline Parent Education Lead. And on behalf of our school and community, thank you, and we wish you well.